White House press secretary and Trump 2020 campaign senior advisor. Kayleigh, good morning to you. So I know the campaign wasn't necessarily a part of that litigation in Texas, but obviously the Republican Party, saw issue with that and wanted to throw out those 127,000 votes. Where did the campaign stand on that issue?
I spoke with our attorneys this morning. We haven't engaged on that case. In any further litigation, we will decide ongoing on Election Day and beyond. On that note, what you just heard from the Biden campaign is that they, under no circumstances, according to a spokesperson for the Biden campaign, will there be a declared winner on election night in the case of Donald Trump. When you heard that, what did you think? I thought of Hillary Clinton. I thought of Hillary Clinton, who appallingly said that under no circumstance should Joe Biden concede. Under every circumstance, our campaign believes that tonight will be a landslide. You have the Trafalgar poll, the only poll to show President Trump leading in Michigan in 2016, saying that he will win by 3 points. They have him up 2 points in Pennsylvania. We believe this will be a landslide, and for the Biden campaign to come out and double down on Hillary Clinton's egregious statement that no circumstance should you concede just tells you all you need to know. They're in a pinch. It's why they're out on the campaign trail even today as voters go to the polls. The president reflected on what he has seen on the part of Joe Biden's campaigning this week and compared it to 4 years ago. Here was the president a short time ago.
I noticed that Biden went out, and I think he's campaigning a little because he's worried. We've seen tremendous swing changes. We've seen, actually, in the last 3 days, this reminds me, I hope it reminds me of 4 years ago. Tremendous changes have taken place over the last week.
So what about that? I mean, are you potentially looking back? We heard the president this morning talking about winning as many electoral votes as he did back in 2016. Obviously, when you look at the polls, many would say, is that really a possibility? Kayleigh, so how is the campaign feeling this morning?
Look, when we went into 2016, Ohio was up for grabs, Florida was up for grabs. But as I sit here today, Ohio, we believe, is a lock. You had the Biden campaign pulling ad spending there. This is a state that since 1896 has predicted every president save two, and it is a Republican President Trump lock. You look at Florida, we had historic turnout in Miami-Dade County because there's a surge of Latino voters supporting this president. We won 13 days of Election Day early vote. And we believe that's a lock. And look, for the Biden campaign to be sitting here today, going out, trying to catch up with us. I got back at nearly 4 a.m. last night. President Trump got off the trail at nearly 4 a.m. We left it all on the field. He took his case to the American voters, and you have Biden finally out of the basement on Election Day trying to catch up with President Trump. But voters are wise, voters are smart, and they see if Joe Biden would not fight for your vote, he will not fight for you as president. He can try to make up time here on Election Day, but voters see through that act and that charade.
We talked about Texas, now on to Pennsylvania, which very well tonight could come down to that one state. Here's the president's tweet. It was later flagged by Twitter, I should point out, on Pennsylvania. The Supreme Court decision on voting in Pennsylvania is a very dangerous one, the president says. It will allow rampant and unchecked cheating and will undermine our entire systems of laws. It will also induce violence in the streets. Something must be done. Kayleigh, why did the president decide to take that angle on this Supreme Court decision on Pennsylvania? He's calling it dangerous and saying it will induce violence. If those votes are postmarked, the ballots are postmarked by Election Day, there's 3 days left for those to be tallied.
So I talked to the attorneys again this morning, and what's happening here is the Pennsylvania Constitution, as passed by the legislature, says this, that ballots should only be counted as they arrive on Election Day. And what the court did in Pennsylvania is say, no, we can count ballots that arrive up to 3 days after Election Day. That's not how it works. The U.S. Constitution
new,
says
Kayleigh.
Legislatures... The United States Constitution says legislatures decide the time, manner, and place in which elections are conducted. The Pennsylvania legislature has spoken. We believe the court is wrong, and the Supreme Court, by the way, still has not fully ruled on this. We will take our case to the Supreme Court as needed, but we don't think it will come down to that, because I'm predicting now we win Nevada, we win Minnesota. I do believe President Trump has a landslide, and this talk of litigation is nothing.
Interesting. Obviously, Pennsylvania is talked about a lot because it could be crucial for both candidates in securing enough electoral votes, Kayleigh. So talk about the map. look at some of those northern states, how the president is doing in Wisconsin, for example, if he is indeed able to secure those Sun Belt states that he won and decided the election back in 2016.
Yeah, so Wisconsin has been trending Republican as a state, and we believe we will win there. But one thing that I think is indicative of where we stand is the Des Moines Register poll, which came out a few days ago, and everyone was anticipating that poll because it was the poll that foreshadowed President Trump's landslide, his 306 electoral votes in 2016. In 2016, it showed him ahead by 7. This year, this cycle, it shows him ahead by 7. And that is indicative, I believe, of exactly what's going to happen, a Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan victory, ending in a Nevada one. And I'm telling you now, the story of this election is this. The Latino vote came to President Trump. The black vote came to President Trump in numbers that we have not seen because he has been a president for the people, fighting for the black community, the Latino community, every American, bringing us a historic economy while Joe Biden brought us the slowest economic recovery since World War II, bringing down health care costs, getting rid of Obamacare, which raised premiums and drug costs. The story of this election is a president who fought for the people and the people who showed up to fight for this president on Election Day. I'm already getting reports in Florida, in Hernando County, 200 people in line when they showed up. Our voters turn out on Election Day, and today is the day the American people speak and endorse President Trump.
We will take a look at that in just a moment. I've got to leave it there, Kayleigh, but when it comes to the president's travels today, I know we're going to see him heading to Arlington a short time from now. What are we going to see as far as viewing tonight on behalf of the president and the campaign? What are the plans?
Yeah, he's going to be meeting us here at the campaign in short order. We'll be at the White House watching the returns come in. We're all very excited. This is a president. He did 34 rallies here in the last few days. He's fought for the American people, and today they fight for him.
Kayleigh McEnany, thanks for kicking things off with us this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Sandra.
All right. Fox.